In today's situations, it's going to be in town. It's going to be something that happens regularly all the time for those that are commuting to work or wherever you want to go on your motorcycle. So the first one today is going to be this one right here, where this person's going to want to merge into our lane and it's going to cause a lot of anxiety, a lot of problems, but we're going to figure out why that happened. And the second one is going to be an intersection issue where typically you have a left turner going in front of us, and we're going to talk about how we can prevent a lot of these different things. And on top of that, not be so freaked out when they do happen, so we have a great ride. So let's jump into this first one. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this situation right here. Now, right away, what I can tell, it's obviously not going to be the United States, so different culture, different laws, different everything, but the thing that stays the same is situational awareness and rider and driver behavior. So this is something that can go across all cultures, all nations, all riders, all people. So let's focus on that, and what we're going to be doing is utilizing the color code chart. I'll be using the yellow stage, orange stage, red stage quite a bit. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and let's just go ahead and start. So right away, what we have here is that this rider is going to go into this lane. And why do you think this rider went into this lane? It's because this line right here is backed up with a bunch of cars. So if you as a rider or you as a person driving, riding, whatever it is, decides to do that, why don't you think someone else might be doing that? Just because you're in your lane, just because you're actually traveling, they should not pull out in front of you. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So this right here is going to be definitely one of those color code situations of I'm in yellow stage about right here, and I'm still keeping an eye out for this car, so maybe I'm bouncing back between orange and yellow because this is a blind spot for this vehicle. Who knows, they might want to come into my lane. But I'm going to be go ahead and transferring over. Once I made a decision, I did a head check. I looked in the mirror, so he did a great job there. He's doing his 360 situational awareness. He's doing a good job on that. So he's going to move over, and yes, so now at this point, I'm definitely orange stage because I have that expectation that these drivers are going to want to do the same. So when I'm in orange stage, what I'll typically do is cover that clutch lever and that front brake lever. I'm not going to be too worried about that rear brake, but it's good to use both just in case. And I'm really going to be, concerned about, do I have to swerve? Where's my escape path? Where do I go? So in this situation, I really only have one lane. Let's go ahead and go further a little bit. I only have one lane, but you can still escape within your lane. Remember, we have three positions, position 1, 2, and 3, and we can utilize each and every one of them because we have such a small profile. So if any car comes out, exactly what this guy did and what happened here is that he was able to just move over to the left side and get out of the way. So that's exactly what you want to do, and that's what happens here. He did a great job, but I'm just trying to explain to you what is going on, how this is going on, and then how we can prevent it for ourselves so it's not a surprise. So definitely orange stage right here, and I would actually move more so off to the left side into lane position 1. I understand that, well, now you don't have an escape path to the left anymore, but I'm going to put myself already in my escape path before entering this dangerous situation. So if I have to use some type of evasive maneuver or escape path, I don't have to anymore. I already put myself in that position. Therefore, I removed some wasted movements and some panic that might happen. So right here, I definitely would keep myself in a better spot. I'd put myself over in lane position 1. But you notice immediately, as soon as I just paused it right there, so it's paused right now, that as soon as this guy decided to turn left, this motorcycle rider's reaction time was extremely good. He moved and he's ready to go. But right here, I don't want to be ever in this situation. I want to already be moved off to the left. So he did a good job jumping into red stage, which is going to be the action movement. I got to move, I got to move, I got to do something. And he didn't go into brown stage where it's like, I have to do something, but oh no, what do I do? So he must be practicing. He must be doing what he needs to be doing. He's maintaining his fundamental skills. He has good situational awareness, and it looks like he has good gear. So this guy is doing a great job, amazing job. He's going to swerve out of the way. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This car took up about lane position 3, and he's about to go into lane position 2. So all you really have to do is already stay in lane position 1. And what that means is that you have a space cushion the moment you entered in way back here. So you have a massive space cushion already when you enter in right here, so you're not having to take it and go for it when something like this happens. So I'm already going to be in lane position 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and slow it down and relax and then cover those brakes just in case I have to apply the brakes. Okay, so that's what I would do personally, but you guys can do exactly this because this is what saved his butt. So he's going to do that, and now this is where it starts to get into, well, the higher emotions type thing. Well, you're going to be pissed off when you see something like this, and that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and be pissed off, but remember, our priority is our own safety, so keep that head looking forward because you don't know what the next hazard is up ahead. Maybe another car decided to do the same thing and you're not prepared for it. So don't let one incident mess you up for the next and the next and the next. Go back to orange stage, go back to yellow stage, whatever it is you need to do, you know, for hazards up ahead. So like right now we don't know anything, but boom, easily could run into the back of one of these vehicles if we're not paying attention. He did really good with his situational awareness. He's maintaining his physical fundamental skills of swerving, braking, everything. The one thing that we could improve on this one is definitely just keep staying looking forward, chalk it up to some bad experience, and not do that, okay? So once again, good job. Let's go to the next one.
Y'all some dumb motherfuckers, dude.
There's not going to be an ad spot about my ebook or any other affiliates today. What I want to do is build up the community that we have going on here. And I have this free Discord server that we just hit 1,000 members. So if you want to join, click the link in the description. It's absolutely free, and come chat and hang out with all of us and have a good time. And if you are a patron or YouTube member, there's a separate special crew lounge just for you, free snacks. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. So right away, what I can tell is that this is going to be more so an urban environment. You're going to have some pedestrians here and there. Also, take a look at what the direction of the sun is. So the direction of the sun is, it's on our back facing this way. So anybody wanting to turn left in front of us or walk in front of our path of travel, they're going to have to deal with really bad visibility. So that's one thing that you should keep in mind with orienting yourself to the situation. I talk about this with situational awareness. You have to observe, orient, decide, and act. That's the whole OODA loop. So if you're orienting yourself, you're putting yourself in this space and time, you have to realize that there's going to be other factors that really mess you up or can benefit you. So since we're oriented, we know that the light is coming from behind us. It's going to blind the people in front of us looking this way. So keep that in mind when you're going to be going into any situation where somebody could be in your path of travel. Really got to pay attention to that. So we're going to move forward just a little bit, and right here we're going to have the typical hazardous zone. We see the intersection coming up. Boom, we should be in orange stage. Intersections and curves are the most dangerous places for motorcyclists, so we need to be in orange stage, prepped and ready to go just in case something happens. So we're going to move forward just a little bit more, and we now have somebody coming into our path of travel. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and slow down. I'm going to slow down well before I actually need to slow down because, guys, we're on motorcycles. We're on motorcycles. We can speed up if we have to, and that's the fun of it. So if you have to slow down to speed up, that's not a big deal. So right here, definitely start to slow it down just a little bit to start buying you options to give yourself, okay, what's this coming up? Okay, I see this car coming up, but now we're able to think more, act more, do more by slowing down. Think of it like when you're going to a new neighborhood, you have Google Maps going, and it's telling you take a right, take a left, and you turn down the audio so that you can have some more concentration, brain power. Same thing, you're starting to slow down, going 10, 15 miles an hour in a neighborhood instead of 25. You're looking for, you know, house numbers and everything. You start doing all these different things to make it to where you can have more time, more brain power. Same thing with rolling off that throttle before coming to an intersection. You'll get more brain power. You'll start observing more. You'll have more time to observe. And that's exactly what I'm talking here, guys. So when we see this, definitely go into orange stage. It's like, boom, now that we have this right here, there's an extra person. What's going on here? This is that uncommon thing in a common situation. It's very common for cars to pull left in front of us, but it's very uncommon to have two vehicles do this kind of stuff. Right here, definitely go into more so like an orangish red. Get very ready. Definitely start activating some maybe brake pressure, but rolling off the throttle, downshifting maybe if you have to. Now checking your 360 cone, make sure the people behind you are paying attention. All these different things to buy yourself some time just to see what's happening more and more and more. And at the same time, start looking for escape routes, getting better positioning and everything. So right here, he's going to go ahead and kind of do the same thing. You know, he's going to apply the brakes, roll out the throttle, but we still have somebody in our path of travel. If they applied the brakes and stopped right now, where are you going to go? You're going to probably go to the left, okay? You're going to go over here. Maybe you have to go do a nice little swerve, but if you're slowed down enough, it's going to be an easy swerve, just like you would do at the MSF BRC1, where you may be going 15 miles an hour instead of, 60 like on an interstate. So this is actually really good that he was able to slow down, and then thankfully the people left, so he was able to maintain his position. But what would you do if they didn't leave and you're still going 10, 15 miles an hour? Remember, 10, 15 miles an hour, that's like sprinting, like really good sprinting speed. Run into a vehicle. It's not going to feel good, even with gear. So you're going to have to move off to the left and get yourself in that position. So about right here, let's go and scroll back actually. About right here, when I see that the person is actually stopped, I'm going to move myself over to lane position 1. And I'm still going to maintain my speed, but I'm going to do it right here, not at the last second. If they decide to keep moving, I'm still fine. If they decide not to keep moving, I'm fine. But right here, if I wait to the last second to swerve to the left, then we might have some issues, because now it really depends on my evasive emergency skills instead of just a normal lane change position. So guys, set yourself up for success. Don't wait until the last second. Buy yourself some time by slowing down and observing. And honestly, just take your time. Look for those uncommon things in those common situations, like two vehicles turning left and being dum-dums. So from right here, go ahead and accelerate. Don't worry about looking back and see what's happening, but you know, he just shook his head, which is perfectly fine, but I bet you his eyes were on the road. So he's doing a good job. Nice little tiki girl, everything. Good job, Mr. Harley man. But this is right here exactly what I'm talking about, guys. You need to be absolutely safe. You need to be situationally aware and do your job to keep you safe. But remember, if you want to join the Discord, please do so. Link will be in the description, and I'll be seeing you guys around.